It really upsets me that people are having to try to defend their religions. There are so many religions and so many beliefs. Some don't make sense to everyone, but some people do believe them. Even if I myself am an atheist, I think it's wrong to belittle or try to disprove any religion. Religions can be very good. It can teach people to be good, respectable people and treat people fairly. But sometimes it can preach hate and intolerance, though not all do, and sometimes that's only how people take it. The only problem I really have with religion is that some people think that if you don't believe what they do, you cannot be a good person. Now, not everyone believes this, but there are some people that I've had an experience with that will basically tell you that if you don't believe what they believe, they don't want to be around you, or can't talk to you, or they just basically tell you you're a bad person. Sadly, I must say that I act more like a good Christian than most believers in the faith. I do what I should, and I know what's right and wrong. I don't need to believe in God to know that, but some people do, and that can be a good thing, because that does make people into good people. Just because they think that if they do good things, then they will have a better life after death. I'm not saying that there isn't one. I'm just saying that, well, if they act better in life, then all the better for the rest of us. And the only real difference between a good Christian and I is that I'm not quite sure what to believe. I don't 100% accept the scientific theory, but then again, it's a theory. There is no real fact in fiction, only theory. The Earth being flat used to be a fact. Christianity is believed to be fiction. Well, are either of those things true? No. The Earth is obviously not from what we've discovered, but then again, later on, we could have more developed technology and we could discover that we were wrong now. And Christianity being fiction, well, none of us will really know if there is a God until we die, and we find out then. That's why it is important to be a good person anyway. I mean, even if you don't believe that there is heaven and hell, then what's the point in not being a good person? But we don't really know anything for certain. We only think that we know. I guess basically what I'm getting at is believing different things doesn't really hurt anyone. It's their life, they can choose what they want to believe, and it doesn't really hurt you. It doesn't affect you in any way unless their belief is that they have to kill everyone that doesn't believe what they believe. Then it can be a problem. But seeing as how most religions don't encourage violence, I don't really think that it's going to ever be a problem. Most people believe what they were raised to believe. Most parents of a religion are in the mindset that they need to have their kids believe that because that's what they should do. Now, most people that I know that are Christians, in fact, probably all of them, had Christian parents who raised them to be Christian. And I've met a few atheists in my time, very few, and only a couple of them had parents that were of a religion. A few of them had one parent of a religion and another atheist parent. But I think the important thing is that they had the choice. I really believe that everyone should be able to choose what they believe and not be, raised from an infant believing one thing, because maybe if they hadn't, they'd figure out that something else made more sense to them. Really, I was raised by atheist parents, but they always supported me and always let me choose. For a few years, I was Christian. I strongly believed it, but as time went on, I just didn't really believe in anything that I was saying or believe anything I was reading or hearing anymore. It just did not make sense to me. And whenever I chose to not be a Christian and I explored some other religions, my parents were behind me the whole time. They would take me to church. They would buy me a Bible or a book or whatever I needed. But they never sat there and tried to convince me that what I believed or what I was researching into was wrong. They always just told me to go forth, and if I strongly believe that and that's what I want to believe the rest of my life, then they accept that because they love me and they wanted me to have whatever life I chose to have. Because yes, parents should raise you and should teach you to be good people, but really I think religion is something that should be chosen. But that is just my opinion, and I really hate having to make a video about religion just because I know a lot of people feel so strongly about it. Either way, atheist or Christian. And truthfully, I guess I'm one of the mediators. I'm just in between, and I think I've done an okay job at attempting to explain how neither is wrong and neither is right, and why we should all just attempt to get along and not really concern ourselves with other people's beliefs. And now, I guess I'll leave you with those words.